Welcome to my channel Starlight Sci-Fi Stories. Thanks for watching and please like and subscribe. The alarms inside the alien dreadnought were already screaming when Dr. Elias Ward stepped out of the shuttle. He barely had time to look around before a group of tall, armored alien soldiers surrounded him with their weapons raised. Their glowing blue eyes narrowed, filled with distrust. A human was not welcome here. But the orders from their high council were clear. Bring the human doctor. Commander Selra Vesh needs him. Elias kept his hands up. I'm here to help. Just take me to the patient. The lead guard, almost 8 feet tall, with dark metallic skin, growled, if you make one mistake, human, we will tear you apart. Elias gave a small, nervous smile. Great. No pressure. The guards didn't laugh. They marched him through the long metal halls of the ship, lights flickering from the battle damage outside. Elias tried to stay calm, but the air felt heavy, like the ship itself was holding its breath. He had been warned before boarding, no alien medic could treat the wound. Only a human could, but no one explained why. When the sealed doors of the medical chamber opened, Elias froze. Commander Selra Vesh, the most feared warrior of her species, lay on a gravity bed surrounded by broken equipment and alien medics who stood helpless. Her armor was half melted. Strange violet blood dripped down her side. Her breathing was sharp, uneven. Even unconscious, she looked powerful, deadly horns, metallic skin plates, and eyes that glowed weakly beneath closed lids. The chief medic stepped aside. Human, we cannot treat her wound. His voice trembled with shame. Elias walked forward slowly. Why not? What's the problem? The medic pointed at a pulsating wound near Selira's lower abdomen, deep, messy, filled with shimmering particles. A living parasite crawled under the skin, sending small electric sparks up her body. Her wound is located near the nerve nexus of our species, the medic said. Any alien touch will trigger a shock that will kill her instantly. Only a human's neutral bioelectric field can work on that place. So that was it. Her life depended on the one species her people considered weak. Elias swallowed hard. You're telling me, if I don't do this, she dies? Within the hour, the medic replied. And if I try and fail? The medic's eyes hardened. Then you die too. The ship hates him as Elias prepared tools, most of which were alien devices he had never seen before. He felt dozens of hostile eyes watching him. Soldiers whispered. Why bring a human? He is fragile. If she dies, we take his life. Elias ignored them. He had seen this attitude many times. Humans were the small A. Saint species in the Alliance. Weakest physically. Easily broken. But humans learned fast. And humans could adapt. That was their gift. He took a slow breath. Okay, let's see what we're dealing with. When he gently moved Selira's torn armor aside, he saw the parasite more clearly, its tendrils wrapping around a delicate cluster of nerves. It twitched, humming with energy. This thing wasn't natural. Someone had planted it. Her eyes snapped open. Elias leaned in with a stabilizer rod. Just as he touched the skin, a hand shot up and grabbed his throat. Selira's glowing violet eyes snapped open. Her grip was unbelievably strong, even while half-conscious. Her voice was low, rough. Human, why are you touching me? Elias rasped, I'm trying to save your life. She tightened her grip. I do not need human help. Well, he choked out, your medics disagree. A long silence. Her eyes softened, not with trust, but with the painful realization that she was helpless. Slowly, her hand released him. Her breathing trembled. Do it, but if you harm me intentionally, I will tear your spine out. Elias coughed, rubbing his throat. Noted. The operation begins. He snapped on gloves, activated 2 alien surgical arms, and held the stabilizer over the wound. The parasite recoiled, curling its glowing tendrils deeper into her body. Her muscles tensed. Her claws dug into the metal bed. Elias spoke in a calm voice. You'll feel pressure. Try not to move. Selra hissed, if I could move, human, you would be a stain on the floor. He almost laughed. She had fight in her, even while dying. With slow, precise movements, he began to cut around the infected tissue. The alien medics watched in silent awe. No alien hand could get this close without causing a lethal shock. Only the human body's weak electric field kept the parasite calm. Elias muttered, this thing is fused deep. What even is it? One medic answered, a shadow burrower. A parasite used by assassins. Elias stiffened. You mean someone did this on purpose? The medic nodded. Celia's eyes flickered open. Who? Don't talk, Elias said quickly. Focus on breathing. But she didn't listen. Her species never did. Who? She demanded again. Elias didn't answer. Because he didn't know yet. The ship comes under attack just then. The ship shook violently. Alarms blared again. The room lights flickered and one of the ceiling panels fell, crashing onto the floor. A guard shouted, enemy ships incoming. Another added, shields at 60%. The entire medical chamber rattled with every impact from outside. Elias clutched the table to steady himself, but he didn't stop working. Of all the times, he muttered. Selra groaned in pain. Finish it, human? He tightened his grip on T.H.E.'s surgical tool. Working on it. Another explosion rocked the room, knocking some equipment onto the floor. Sparks flew across the walls. Elias didn't have time to think. He reached for the nearest stabilizer and continued the delicate extraction. If he pulled too fast, the parasite would rupture. If he pulled too slow, Selra would bleed out. The alien medic stood back helplessly, too afraid their touch might kill her. Only Elias could do this. Only a human. Her pain reveals the truth as Elias carefully separated a tendril. Selra suddenly gasped, sharp and painful. The ship shook again, and the parasite's core pulsed violently, reacting to the vibrations. Elias adjusted quickly, stabilizing it before it sent a shock through her nerves. Her claws scraped the metal bed. HRRGH, human. Tell me, was it an accident? He hesitated. No, it was placed exactly where your biology is most vulnerable. Her eyes narrowed with fury. Then it was one of my own. Elias didn't argue. He didn't need to. Her own crew wouldn't let an enemy near her. Only someone inside her command could plant something this deadly, in such a delicate place. Outside the med bay, the ship rumbled again. The lights flickered to red emergency mode. The guards shouted orders, trying to stabilize the ship. But Elias's focus stayed on the parasite. Almost there. Just a few more strands. A sudden stop. A horrifying discovery when Elias finally exposed the inner core of the parasite. He froze. It wasn't just feeding off her nerves. It was connected to a small metallic device embedded deeper inside her flesh, a device with alien symbols etched into it. Selra saw his expression. What did you find? Elias shook his head. This parasite wasn't just planted. It's being controlled. The medics gasped. Selira's eyes widened with rage. Controlled by who? Elias whispered. Someone inside your crew. Someone who knew exactly where to place it. Someone who wanted to kill you slowly, painfully, and make it look like a battlefield injury. The ship shook again, nearly knocking Elias over. He gritted his teeth and steadied his hands. He had to finish this. He had to save her. But now he understood something terrifying. If someone on her ship tried to assassinate her, they wouldn't stop. And now that Elias had found the truth, they would come for him next. He tightened his grip on the parasite extractor. Hang on, he whispered. We're not done yet. The parasite writhed between Dr. Elias Ward's tools as if it sensed danger. Its glowing tendrils trembled, clinging to Commander Selra Vesh's nerves like a living trap. Elias's forehead dripped with sweat. The ship shook again from the enemy attack outside, and the lights flickered. He muttered to himself, just a lit. TLE more, don't rupture, don't rupture. Selra clenched her jaw, her claws digging deep grooves into the metal bed. Her eyes blazed with pain and fury. Human, finish it. Now. I'm trying, Elias said through clenched teeth. Please stop talking before you distract me into killing us both. A tiny smirk flickered across her lips, even in agony. She hated humans, but his stubborn bravery was impossible to ignore. Elias gripped the stabilizer and carefully pulled the parasite free. The creature screeched, releasing a burst of cold blue steam. Got it. The medics gasped in shock. The parasite twitched violently in his tool, then fell still. But Elias wasn't smiling. Because embedded beneath the parasite, still buried inside Selira's flesh, was a small metal shard, etched with alien symbols. He lifted it gently. Commander, this is a trigger device. Someone placed it under your skin. Selra froze. Her voice, even weak, sounded like a blade. Who dares betray me? Elias swallowed. Someone who knows your biology. Someone close to you. The medics looked away. No one wanted to meet her gaze. She tried to sit up, but pain shot through her abdomen. Elias pushed her back down. "Stop. You're not healed yet." Her eyes narrowed. "I cannot stay still. There is a traitor on my ship. And there's a patient on my table," Elias snapped. "Guess which one I'm more worried about right now?" The medics stared at him in disbelief. A human speaking to a commander like that? Impossible. Suicide. But Selra didn't lash out. Instead, she closed her eyes and exhaled slowly. It was the closest she could come to trust. The ship goes dark suddenly, the lights went out. Every tool in Elias's hands powered down. The gravity bed hissed and flickered. Emergency alarms blared. The entire dreadnought fell into darkness. A medic shouted, "Power grid offline. Backup systems not responding." Another yelled, "Someone shut them down from the inside." Elias felt a rush of cold fear. And that someone, he whispered, doesn't want Selra alive. Selira's eyes glowed in the dark like burning embers. "The traitor moves now." The sound of metal scraping came from outside the medical bay doors. Footsteps. Slow. Heavy. Coming closer. Elias grabbed the Parasite extraction tool, useless as a weapon, but better than nothing. The medics formed a protective circle around Selra, but their hands shook. They were healers, not fighters. The door lock began to melt from the outside. Something was burning through it. The assassination team arrives. The melted door fell inward, revealing 3 towering alien soldiers in dark armor, black markings across their helmets. These were not regular troops. They were execution units, and they walked straight toward Selra. "Oh." Nay of them spoke with a metallic growl. "Stand aside. The commander must not survive." The medics stepped back in fear. Elias didn't. He planted himself between the assassins and the wounded commander, gripping his tool like a dagger. "You want her, you go through me." The assassins paused. Then they laughed. "Human," one said, "you cannot stop us." Elias swallowed. "Maybe not, but I can scream very loudly and annoy you." The assassin raised his blade. Selira's voice cut through the darkness. "Touch him, and I will skin you alive." She pushed herself up, ignoring the pain, eyes blazing bright. "You dare attack your own commander?" One assassin answered coldly, "By order of Captain Drex." Selira's face twisted with fury. Drex, her second in command, her most trusted officer. Her traitor. The assassins charged. The fight in the dark. Selra tried to rise fully, but her wound throbbed. Blood, violet and glowing, streaked down her side. She stumbled. An assassin swung at her. Elias jumped in front of the blow. The armored fist slammed into his chest, throwing him across the room. He hit the wall hard and gasped for air. "Elias!" Selra shouted. He forced himself up. His ribs screamed in pain, but he staggered forward anyway. Still alive, mostly. The assassins turned their attention back to Selra. She needed help. Elias scanned the floor. Tools everywhere. Broken equipment. Flickering lights. His eyes locked onto something useful, an emergency plasma torch. He grabbed it and clicked it on. A jet of white-blue plasma burst to life. The assassin nearest him charged. Elias swung the torch. The blade sliced across the assassin's armor, melting part of the chest plate. The alien roared in shock. Humans shouldn't have strength like that. But Elias didn't stop. He swung again and again, forcing the assassin back. Selra took advantage of the chaos. She lunged at the second assassin, claws slicing through his helmet. Even wounded, she fought like a storm. Elias blocked another blow with the plasma torch, sparks lighting up the darkness. When the final assassin raised his weapon to strike Elias, Selra slammed into him from behind, snapping his neck with a brutal twist. Silence filled the room. The assassins lay motionless. Elias leaned on the wall, breathing hard. "I hate your ship." Selra smirked weakly. "And yet, you still protect me." Elias shrugged. Occupational hazard. But his voice shook. He had just risked his life for an alien warrior who barely tolerated him. And she knew it. Confronting the traitor minutes later, emergency power returned. The ship's corridors glowed dim red. Elias helped Selra walk, limp, toward the command deck. Her fury kept her moving. Inside the elevator, she spoke quietly. "Why? Oh, you should have run, human." "Not my style," Elias said. She studied him, really studied him, for the first time. "You are fragile, soft, slow, but your courage." Her voice softened. "It is unnatural." Elias smiled tiredly. "That's humans for you. We survive by being too stubborn to die." Selra almost laughed. Almost. When the doors opened, Captain Drex stood at the center of the bridge, surrounded by loyal officers. His armor gleamed, his posture calm. "Selra," he said smoothly. "You are injured. You should be resting." She limped forward. "You planted the parasite." His eyes flickered, barely, but it was enough. Elias stepped beside her. "He also disabled the power grid. Sent killers after us." Drex smirked. "The human speaks boldly. But who would believe him? He is nothing." Selra growled. "He saved my life. And he uncovered your betrayal." Drex shrugged. "You were weak. You were leading us into failure. I simply corrected the path." Selra tried to step toward him, but her wound flared, and she dropped to one knee. Drex raised his weapon. "Goodbye, Commander." Elias acted without thinking. He grabbed a fallen guard's stunned spear and charged. Drex turned too late. Elias slammed the spear into his chest and triggered it. Electricity exploded across Drex's armor, paralyzing him. The captain staggered backward, gasping. Selra, using her last strength, lunged forward and delivered a crushing blow to Drex's throat, slamming him to the ground. Silence. Officers stared, stunned. Selra stood over Drex's defeated form. "You tried to kill me, and you made one mistake." Drex wheezed. What mistake?" Selra pointed at Elias. "You underestimated the human." After the battle, Drex was dragged away in chains. The officers bowed to Selra, acknowledging her survival and authority. Elias slumped into a chair, exhausted. Selra walked over, slowly, and looked down at him. "For a fragile creature," she said, "you fight with the fire of 10 warriors." Elias smiled. "You're welcome." She extended a hand. Her claws were sharp, but her grip was gentle as she helped him stand. "You have my respect," she said. "And my gratitude." Elias blinked. "Wow, didn't think I'd ever hear that from you." She leaned closer. "Do not get used to it." He laughed. For a moment, they simply looked at each other, doctor and warrior, human and alien. Bound now by battle, blood, and trust. Then a communications officer called out, "Commander. Incoming message from the outer colonies. Reports of more parasite attacks. Same design." Selira's eyes hardened. "They're coming, for all of us." Elias sighed. "Let me guess. You need a human again?" Selira smirked. "Yes. And unfortunately for you, I choose you." Elias groaned dramatically. "I knew it. B.U.T. Under his breath, he smiled.